Today we'll learn the words for some common flowers. First, repeat from the last lesson, what kind of tree is that? Was für ein Baum ist das? And repeat, what kind of tree are you planting? Was für einen Baum pflanzt du? And repeat, what kind of tree did you plant? Was für einen Baum hast du gepflanzt? Good. Repeat the word for plant that you've already learned, die Pflanze. Now repeat this new word, the flower pot, der Blumentopf. Again, der Blumentopf. You could just say Topf for pot, but that is also a pot for cooking, so Blumentopf is more specific. Now, how would you ask, what kind of a plant is that? Well, hopefully you got it. It would be, was für eine Pflanze ist das? Let's continue. Repeat this word that you've already learned, die Blume. And now repeat the word for a flower vase, die Blumenvase. Again, die Blumenvase. You could just say vase for vase, but there are vases that are just for show and not meant for flowers, so again, this is more specific. Now, how would you ask, what kind of flower is that? Was für eine Blume ist das? I'm sure you got that. Good. Now let's learn some common flowers. Repeat each twice after me. I provide the plural ending in parentheses, but we won't be repeating the plurals. Ready? The first 9 flowers are all feminine, ending in the letter E, so their plurals are just to add the letter N. Repeat. Die Rose. Die Rose. Die Nelke. Die Nelke. Die Gladiole. Die Gladiole. Die Orchidee. Die Orchidee. Die Tulpe. Die Tulpe. Die Sonnenblume. Die Sonnenblume. Die Osterglocke. Die Osterglocke. Oster refers to Easter, which is around the time these flowers are in full bloom, and the word Glocke means bell, as in the shape of the center part of the flower, so Germans call it, in essence, an Easter bell. Let's continue. Die Geranie. Die Geranie. Die Lilie. Die Lilie. Good, the next 4 flowers are masculine. Repeat. Der Crocus. Der Crocus. Der Flieder. Der Flieder. Der Löwenzahn. Der Löwenzahn. You've already learned that Löwe means lion, and that Zahn means tooth, so Germans call it a lion's tooth. We call it a dandelion. Let's continue. Der Weihnachtsstern. Der Weihnachtsstern. Weihnacht means Christmas, and Stern means star, so Germans call this a Christmas star. The last 6 flowers are all neuter, and the first 4 end in chen. And as you've learned, such nouns are always neuter, and they don't change in the plural. Repeat. Das Gänseblümchen. Das Gänseblümchen. For whatever reason, this translates as the little goose flower. Let's continue. Das Maiglöckchen. Das Maiglöckchen. This translates as little bell of the month of May, and looking at the shape of the flowers, that's easy to understand. Let's continue. Das Veilchen. Das Veilchen. Das Stiefmütterchen. Das Stiefmütterchen. You've already learned that Stiefmutter means stepmother, so this translates as the little stepmother. Let's continue. Das Vergissmeinnicht. Das Vergissmeinnicht. Das Edelweiß. Das Edelweiß. I decided to include this flower since everyone has heard of it in song at least. Good. Repeat today's vocabulary once more. Die Pflanze. Der Blumentopf. Die Blume. Die Blumenvase. Die Rose. Die Nelke. die Gladiole, die Orchidee, die Tulpe, die Sonnenblume, die Osterglocke, die Geranie, die Lilie, der Kokos, der Flieder, der Löwenzahn, der Weihnachtsstern, das Gänseblümchen, das Vergissmeinnicht, das Maiglöckchen, das Veilchen, das Edelweiß, das Stiefmütterchen. Good job. Wiedersehen.